Let's talk about it with us right now. Maybe tears or laughs out loud. Let's make a difference as we speak through conversation for our future and future generations. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hey, Ousters.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone.
We are back with some tea. I feel like as we get to the end of the season, we've gotten more like, oh, let's just talk tea instead of our usual serious topics.
Which, in our defense, I feel like it's a little refreshing because it's not a lot of the serious stuff.
Mhm.
Although there are still a lot of serious things happening, and we do take notice, but sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I feel like
Yes.
the fun gossipy, I mean, I hate to say gossipy because it makes it sound so,
This one is. Fine.
but I feel like it gives us a kind of some fun in times that are really not so fun, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Like I think, and when we're recording this, we all woke up to the news of some really interesting things happening overseas yesterday and today. So it's an interesting time. So we really do have to kind of balance out and try to break some fun stuff because the news is tragic enough on its own. Every day, it's like, what fresh hell are we waking up to?
Girl.
Oh, what fresh hell has the emperor with no clothes left for us today?
Girl. I've literally had to delete some of the people that I follow.
Mhm.
Because their take on certain things, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but this is just not my thing. I don't think this is anything to brag about. I just in a weird space. I just really had to unfollow some people that I've been following for a while because they're kind of funny, you know?
Mhm.
And then I'm like, man, this ain't even fun no
You're
more.
off the list. Yes, I had to do that for a few followers. when I was first kind of like really getting on TikTok and stuff like, but there were a lot of like political debaters, and then I just had to step away from it because it's like, well, I just don't want to be a part because it's very volatile. People get nasty, and I just didn't want to be bombarded with that. Even like, I don't know about you, but it's like going, I don't like, we don't really, I check the news, but like in small spurts. I give myself like a small window of this is how much time I'm going to dedicate to finding out what's happening in the world, and then that's it. And same thing with a lot of those creators. Like I just can't even, and I look, I just can't. Because you don't want to, like, you have to practice self-care and everything, and that does include social media and the internet, and even down to the news these days, because it's a different time that we're living in. I'm not saying like people who have other generations haven't felt the same way, because I bet you they have, but this is our first time seeing what we're seeing, and it's obviously disturbing. So we're gonna mix this up with some tea. Bon chinche, la chisme.
Girl, we are here for it. I feel like a lot of our topics have been really kind of heavy, and the fact that we've kind of like doing more bonchinche. Did I say that right?
La bon chinche and chisme.
That's it. I love it. So I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Now, y'all don't get too excited, because we're not only gonna do, but you know,
right. We're gonna be back to our normal regular schedule
in a new season,
right?
But towards the end of this one, we're getting that gossip.
Period. And we're here for it.
Yes, we are.
With maybe just a little bit of judgment here and there, or a lot here and there, but it's okay.
Depending on the person, because today I'm totally judging and I don't give a shit. Totally judging because, hey, speaking on social media, you have to be careful about what you say and put on social media.
I agree. Especially when you are acting brave, because the initial quote was very bold and brave, but then that backtracking was comical. But yeah, girl, let's talk about it.
Yes. And word of caution, all allegedly, whatever, all that good shit, but just you really do have to be careful. I know you're careful. I'm very careful about what I put on social media, because you never know who's looking, and it could be a potential employer or a current one. As Jill Zarin recently found out, you cannot say whatever the hell you want on social media because you're a buddy, maybe, I don't know, because you're on that MAGA train. You can't say whatever you want and think that people are not going to like it or may fire you because of it. Is it the MAGA train or just the idiot train?
Girl, aren't they one and the same? How do you distinguish? Because
I think rich people live different. They're on the rich people train. They're on the rich people train.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. Yeah, it's not even the MAGA train. She's stupid, but I think it's the rich people train, and they live different from the average anyone who's not rich. And who is she anyway? Who was she before she got on this show? Who were you, Jill Zarin? A nobody to the rest of the world.
And now that the show is, well, anyway, let's jump on in there.
All right, go for it.
Jill Zarin was fired from the E-series The Golden Life, a Real House of New York spinoff, in February 2026, following backlash over what were described as racist comments regarding Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance. Blink 49 Studios cut ties with the OG cast member after she complained there were no white people in the show.
Was there any white people when Kendrick Lamar performed? I don't know, but single-handedly, Bad Bunny and then Kendrick Lamar were two of the, in most recent history, the two best halftime shows that I can think of. The other one I can think of is like Prince, which was more than 10 years ago. But they were fantastic performances. And there, I mean, there's, she's just so fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, did we ever find the original video that she initially made?
No, she took
Or
it
the
down,
original
but
quote?
I've got all the highlights.
Here we
Let's go
go.
for it.
So,
Thank you, People Magazine.
girl,
So,
with all sincerity, thank you. So, initially, having caught the original, and I can't remember how I caught the original quote, but initially she had stated, even in the quote, that how she said that? She said, "Oh, I just can't wait." That's what she said. She said, "Oh, I can't wait to get deleted." No, deleted wasn't the word that she used. Was deleted the word she used? Girl, I hate I couldn't get that one. But she initially said she couldn't wait to be deleted after her expressing how she felt. Well, you was already prepared for it looks like. So you want it. Here you go, right? Ain't that's what it kind of
And
was?
you got it. She absolutely got it. So she starts her quote off with, "It's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States, and I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish." Does anyone know how many words from other languages the English language actually uses? A lot. Maybe not so much from Spanish, or maybe some words from Spanish. But the reason why the English language, just for as someone who is homeschooling, and I'm learning this as I go, a lot of the words in the English language are borrowed from other languages like Greek, Latin, even some Germanic words. So like for someone to be so like, "Oh, why did you do this?" Honey, our whole language is borrowed from other languages. Just so you know, Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Latin.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's probably that lack of knowledge that ignorance, so to speak, that she would not know that to feel bold enough to make such a not just irresponsible, but ignorant.
Straight up ignorant.
Ignorant behind comment like that. And honestly, I heard similar things, not just from her. I won't say from who exactly, but I just wasn't jumping on the bandwagon because I do know somebody that had something to say about it too, and they were us. It was us. It was people of color that had some things to say about it too. And sometimes you just have to shut people down for what they just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I did. I handled it in such a polite way when they made the comment that they made, because I was like, "Yo, did you watch it?" So it's the difference between seeing it and really watching it. Because that whole halftime was about love, community, unity, is inclusive. That whole, if you could not understand, let's say you didn't know a lick of Spanish and you could not understand the words that was coming out of the person's mouth, you
Mhm.
can look at it and see what it was that's being said. That I would hope that we could, as a society, look beyond whatever language barrier there is, right, and see what it was symbolizing. And even down to the point where he was symbolizing the power outages.
Mhm.
So I was so confused at how people could not understand.
Could not
I
understand or
mean,
didn't want to. Because
I
there's
think
always that piece. People are just like they're so
yeah,
set in their ways in this idea of how they think things should be versus the reality of what everyone else is living in. So they just feel like, oh, this is how it should be, and that ain't right. But this country is pretty multicultural. And just because we're not in the rich world of Bethany Frankel's and Jill Zarin's, because Bethany Frankel, of course, did say something as well. Well, fuck her old ass looking fucking face. Fuck that bitch. Fuck them both. Botox bitches. That's what I'm going to call them. The Botox bitches who feel like, oh, if it's not white, it's not right. If it's not English, it's not right. Like, to go this length and say, well, we should be speaking English because it's the 250th anniversary. Honey, the people that first came here spoke Spanish, dummy, because because the British hired the Spanish. And then the French came, and then, I mean, come on, you dumbass. Like, she is no one. She is a nobody to sit there and say, well, oh, it should have been in English. She would have been one of those people who says, oh, you can only speak English in here because you're in America now. It's basically what she said. She's one of those.
It doesn't, I don't know why. I want to say it never ceases to amaze me. But then again, there's always someone that you'll be like, "Oh, wow. You are really that."
I bet you she has a Mexican maid. Because that's all, as rich as she is, that's all she's willing to pay for. Because as rich as she is, she's cheap as fuck too. But I guess that's okay. Not Mexican, whatever. Latino, sorry.
Latino.
That's how she'd say it.
She probably would. I have somebody that I hang with, and they are so quick to call her Mexican, and she's like, I'm not Mexican.
Yeah.
They think everything is
South of the border is
right. Everything is like
I had a neighbor do that to me. Do you remember I tell you that story about some new neighbors that moved in, and the neighbor was like, "Oh yeah, they're Mexican." I was like, "They're not. They're from El Salvador," because I knew them. I was like,
oh, you did tell me that one.
"They're
I
not
remember now.
Mexican." Wrong
Yes.
country.
Yes. Like, honey, I need you. I think, she's, in my personal opinion, you know how you have people that be like, I'm not racist. I got black friends. I got a black friend. Anything that you have to verbalize, to me, that's already a red flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the times that we are in, people are really bold and brave, and they feel very okay with saying some of the ignorant, racist, bigot stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they say.
Yeah.
And honestly, I saw this coming. We talked about it. We talked about why we saw it coming, right? But we can't really get into it right here. But I saw it coming because people feel real bold and brave and entitled and okay, um, expressing their lack of knowledge and their ignorance. And it's a sad place to be. And what's scary about it, I'm gonna tell you what's scary about it for me. We used to live in a day where people really could express what it is they was thinking and how they was feeling. And it was okay to have a difference of opinion. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hold on. And not just have a difference of opinion, but yeah, you can have a different opinion. You can have a different point of view. And it was okay. But now the only time it's okay is if it's fitting a certain narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Then it is acceptable because you're saying what's the word what's the word I'm looking for? You're saying what we're supporting. But anything that kind of changes from that is when it gets weird and unsafe. I was really surprised. If I'm being 100% honest, I was surprised that anything ever happened to her behind this comment.
I'm not surprised because I'm not saying that if you think, I don't know who's the producer of that show, but she did come from the Real Housewives of New York, which incidentally, that show has been a white cast for as long as I can remember. Like all of the women there. So she'd be the type of person like, oh, I have a black friend. But the whole cast or your inner circle, there has been a completely white cast. And you've gotten a lot of support from all communities, even still, because the show was whatever. So it wasn't just, white people or only English speaking people who watched your show. So you've gotten a lot of support from all communities, from all language speakers, and you want to sit there and say that, oh, well, I don't think that you should be speaking English. This should have been in English. I didn't understand anything. Well, honey, you have access to a lot of different things that a lot of other people don't. So for you to sit there and complain about it, why don't you do something about it? It's bonkers to me. And the producer of at least the Real Housewives is Andy Cohen. Who, by the way, is an ally to the LGBTQ, and I don't know if I said that right. Sorry if I said it wrong, but also to communities of color. So, like, why would you say that and think that she wouldn't get your hand slapped over it?
I could see why she would think that, because of the day and the times that we are living in right now. If you're saying what has seemed to be supported, you would think that it was going to, in my personal opinion, I don't think she ever thought, and this is just how I feel personally, this is just how I feel. I feel like when people feel encouraged or entitled or feel comfortable because of everything that they see going on around, I could see them feeling like, oh, I'm going to say it. I know some people might get mad about it, but the last person that said something racist, they started a GoFundMe and gave them an ass of money.
But sure, but if you consider like who the producer, I don't know who is the producer of the shows that you've been on, who happen to be allies, like you're hitting the wrong. You're barking up the wrong tree. And she does kind of go further into saying it's not just about speaking Spanish and whatnot. The fact that he was grabbing his genitalia, I did see him do it a couple of times, but here's the thing. What I noticed is that the camera kind of cut away in those moments, saying that you got young kids watching the Super Bowl, and I don't think he was grabbing himself every 5 minutes. There were moments, but it's the way that he moves and it's part of the dancing, but the camera's cut away. I watched the whole thing, and they were not hyper focused on his genitalia. Maybe she was because she wanted some of that, and she's too afraid to fucking say it.
I mean, he is nice to look at.
And if
I
you've
could
seen some of
see
his other videos, you'd see why someone might want it.
or that underwear commercial. That underwear commercial though.
She's bothered by it because she ain't getting some good stuff. That's why.
Like, ooh, put that away.
Now, I'm not saying that children should be watching it, but it is up to other parents to decide. It's not up to her to decide.
No, but you know what? You know why I felt like that? She was looking for an out, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like she's looking for an out. Just hear me out. Let's take Michael Jackson.
Oh,
he was the biggest crotch grabber, I think, in history.
But he wasn't grabbing it. It was like hee. Like it would be like
he just put his hand right there.
Like the suggestiveness of his actions, but he wasn't grabbing. And you could even see when Bad Bunny was performing, you could kind of see him editing himself to not do that. I could see it, and I was like, what is she talking about? And then the cameras were cutting away.
So I believe that there was just a reason. I think she had to come up with something else to take away from what she had already put out there, right? So now that you put that out there, now you have to come up with something to make him look worse or justify. A lot of people try to, they do it, not trying to be funny, they do it in criminal defenses all the time. How can we make the victim look like they could have deserved it? Or you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And it's disgusting, right? But him grabbing at his crotch or putting his hand in that general area, that was never the problem with her at all. Because if that was the case, that was what she would have brung up initially. She didn't bring that up initially. She brung up the language initially. So your problem was never him grabbing or whatever he was doing in that vicinity. Didn't bother me not one bit. It just reminded me of Michael. I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I felt, and I'm happy you kind of cleared it up and was like, he never really grabbed at it. He just kind of did a little moves,
insinuated. He's very, yeah.
But I was like, yo, you are trying so hard at this point. I felt like she was just grasping. How can I clean this up? How can I make this just how can I make my anger seem justified? How can I make my distaste for having to listen to him express his heritage? How can I do this in a way that doesn't look like I am a racist and a bigot and I have one black friend and she cleans my house?
She has no black friends. I can guarantee it.
She has no black friends? None?
I could almost guarantee it.
I don't think so.
None of them are really her friends.
I think if she did, she would have known better. Or they're not really her friends because they would have stopped her. Like, girl, don't you do that.
Or, right, before it even started. Or even
please sit down. Keep that to yourself, boo. Don't tell nobody.
Like, it was a beautiful performance when you consider all the messages that it was. Yes, it was about unity. But it was what's happening in Puerto Rico, like the power outages that still exist today after that hurricane. How many years later? And if you consider, or people seem to forget, they are so ignorant that they look at Puerto Rico as if Puerto Rico is not, like, people who come from Puerto Rico are not United States citizens, because incidentally, they are. There's people who feel like they are not, they are other because what? I do not know. But it was colonized eventually by the US. So people who come there are from the United States. If you have a problem with them speaking Spanish, then maybe either give them statehood or set them free. if they're so bad that you have a problem with the United States government doing what they did to Puerto Rico overall, not just from this hurricane, basically robbing it of its independence and basically bankrupting if you do not know what I'm talking about, there's a great documentary that we both watched about it, how we learned how they basically bankrupted the island by stealing away its sugar production and sending it over to Domino Sugar, by the way. So they have no way of being more sustainable, and it's bankrupt and it owes more money than it can pay. But it is a colony of the United States. It's like what happened with Haiti. Haiti is still paying reparations to France for their freedom from France. Do you guys know that? So if you have such a problem with people from Puerto Rico, you take it up with your peoples, because the rich people of the world, the people in Congress and the emperor with no clothes, to give it its statehood or let it be free and be independent. And then they probably have to pay reparations to the US for it, but whatever. But people are so fucking ignorant. But making it seem as if places like Puerto Rico are not part of the United States. It is. So it's part of our history, while people just want to ignore. So the thing that he's talking about is the story of Puerto Rico, which I don't think that people were getting it. Like, he told the whole story of what it's like for Puerto Ricans working in the fields. Like, that was the very first initial picture. So working in the fields, immigrating to like places like New York City, and it painted that picture so much that I recognize everything from it. Like going to the bodegas and you going to the jewelry store and it's like Hispanic people. You walk into the bodega and they'd be like, "Hey, mami, ¿dónde está tu mamá?" Like stuff like that. Like, it was an experience, and he showed all of it. And if you couldn't see that, you're closed-minded. You chose not to see. And honey, that's on you. And it got you fired for talking about it. You're talking nonsense. Like, she was talking fucking nonsense. Like, what is wrong? I'm happy. Sorry. I understand that people get fired every day. But for someone like her, I'm not sad for it. I'm glad that she fucking got fired. She deserved it. She shouldn't have talked about it that way. And I have gotten fired before, just so you know. Undeserving. Now, she deserved it.
She deserved it.
She deserved it. Because what else did she go on to say? Here we go. It's always about language. I don't speak Spanish. I would have loved to have known the words he was saying. Bullshit. To me, it looked like a political statement because there was literally no white people in the entire thing. She then added, "I'm not taking a side one way or the other." But you did pick a side, honey. She said, "I'm not taking a side," but you did. "I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do." You did. And she said it. She told on herself in that one sentence. I think it was an ice thing. I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because it was 75 years, shame. No, the NFL didn't sold out. They know what was going to bring in the fans. Thank you, Jay-Z.
I feel like they knew what they were doing, and I feel like they chose him. And this is just my personal opinion. I feel like his concert, because we even did a whole episode about his concert, right? I feel like his concert did so well. Even though he did not have it, he did not,
stateside and on the mainland. Yep.
Correct. And I feel like he had it on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
For everyone to see. And I feel like everybody was really invested. And I think they saw what he was able to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that also led to, first of all, he is a true success story. I mean, when people say from the bottom up,
mm-hmm.
like, I'm in awe about his story in itself, right? And that was another thing that he added to that halftime show is he was even that part where he was talking to his like younger self or showing that this little boy, hey, listen, you can do anything if you work hard and you believe, you know what I'm saying? You can accomplish the same thing. Okay? And I feel like where him being able to do a halftime show. I mean, like, does it get bigger?
Maybe those
Does it
Grammys.
get maybe? Yeah, maybe. But yeah. Another show for another day. But yeah, I'm just like, like a halftime show for him to start off literally doing his own music by himself, putting it out there by himself.
Yeah.
And look, so his success is so great that we are able to sit here and talk about him and talk about his accomplishments. And it's just amazing thing. And for her or anybody else that is ignorant not to see the bigger picture, to not be able to see the bigger picture, it's I almost feel sorry for them. There's a part of me that feels like, wow, you are a sad individual. You know?
Very much so. Like, just so sad, so vanilla.
Yeah. I won't do this. I can't do this with you. The shade, I knew when we was doing this topic, the shade, you was gonna come with all the shade. I knew it. I was waiting on it. I knew.
I mean, she's just so basic and vanilla. What are they called? What are the kids called these days? She's just mid. She's just mid.
Just meh.
Meh.
Meh. It was
How are you?
It was something. It was something. I think it was an outfit or something I had put together, and I was like, "This is real cute, ain't it?" I don't hurt my little feelings. She's like, "It's meh,
Meh.
meh,
Sounding meh. Like a French.
meh."
Hey, come on, let's go. Close that door. Okay, well then close the door and eat in the kitchen. Thanks. You're right, you can't eat in there. He's like, I can't eat in there. I'm like, okay, you're right. Close the fucking door and eat in there. Like, who is she? I mean, she's basic. The only reason why this woman, her only claim to fame is on a reality TV show. I understand everyone's entitled to their opinions, but he's done more for himself and made a bigger name for himself by one believing in himself and working hard and do the work. Honey, do you come from generational wealth? He's accomplished way more than you have. Did you marry into money? Because honey, if you had to marry to get it, then who are you? You ain't shit. Sorry. But he's, like you said, like from the very beginning, and his belief, like putting his money on his recordings on SoundCloud individually. Like, you can't, there is something to be appreciated by someone who works from the bottom up, from nothing to something. And for you, who was either born into it and or married into it, you need to just shut the fuck up. You should have no opinion here, because someone saw the value in who he was to bring him onto a halftime show, and it was the highest watched. He beat Kendrick Lamar, not by much, but whatever. I can't compete. I mean, I love them both. Can't, you know what I'm saying? But his numbers did beat Kendrick Lamar. And you're not even talking about the watch parties and other people who, you know what I'm saying? So they knew what they were doing. He is the most listened to artist on Spotify worldwide. Was it who was the the people that facilitated, like the Jay-Z's company. He's the CEO of something. It's not Rock
Don't get me
Nation.
to lie.
It was the smartest thing they could have done because they like I wasn't gonna watch the football the Super Bowl had it not been for him. I just show up for halftime, depending on who's gonna be there.
Period. Right? Who's performing? Oh, okay. All right.
Seriously, like who? Beyonce's is pretty good too. Like my top 3 is Kendrick, Bad Bunny, and then Prince. Those 3 are forever. The Prince one lives like rent free in my brain. Like I have this whole memory of it that I'm like, wow, it was beautiful. But those are my top 3. Like Rihanna was good. I'm not saying she was terrible, but she was all right. The one with like 50 Cent and the hip hop and Mary and all that stuff. It was good.
Girl, speaking of 50 Cent, we need to do a live about that, girl.
Dude, that guy is so petty. Did you see what he did? Jim Jones? I wish I could be that petty. I wish I could be that petty. Well, apparently T.I. he started with T.I. He shouldn't have, because T.I. came back with a whole fucking record album about that.
Girl, and did you hear the song that King did?
No,
that he did?
No. I haven't gotten the King of Petty.
Girl, they outdid theyself. They done outdid theyself. Yo, if I was him, just don't sit down. Just sit down. Just listen. Mind your business.
I hate to say this, but he may not have come with a comeback now, but he's going to come back, and they seem to forget. Okay, we're gonna get back to this topic. We're gonna get back to it. I wish 50 Cent would come up with some petty for someone like her, because she wouldn't even know how to handle it. Okay, because think about his track record with Diddy. How long did he hold on to this? Where he's like, 10 years, however years, he got him back. Jim Jones bought the fucking building where he hosted his podcast. So his petty lives for a very long time. He's a Cancer. No, I'm not that same type of Cancer, but he's a Cancer. His petty is very, very long, and he holds on to it for a very, very long time.
Reese is a Cancer.
T.I., just waits. He may not come back now, but he's gonna find. It's like what he did with Ja Rule. He bought out the whole first row of his concert, and so the whole first couple of rows was like empty when his performance. Like his petty is not immediate, but you need to kind of think like, who are you messing with? He bought out the first 3 rows of Ja Rule's concert, and then nobody was there.
I feel like can I tell you something? In my personal, this is just me. This is how I feel about it. I'll be like, thank you, bitch, because at least they're paid for. Fuck that.
I did think the same thing.
Who's the dumbass here? Either way, I'm getting my money. Like, you dumb. Who's really losing here?
But you're an aging rapper. You're still out there trying to rap. And the first 3 rows of your cuts just
I know somebody that's still out here trying to rap, and they not even a Ja Rule. So, hey,
just think the visual impact of seeing that when you're trying to perform, just like nobody.
I could see that fucking your head up, right? You
that word. Y'all need to stop playing with that man. Y'all need to stop playing with that man, because
I don't know.
That person he is with money, he moves very different.
I feel like I know you're about to cut this shit out, but sis, yo, listen to them songs. Listen to those. Just take a minute and listen to T.I. song, and then listen to the one that King did. Like, I never even really cared for King a lot. Like, I never really heard any. Maybe because I'm not in that age group. I'm not really for sure, but I never really heard anything that would lead me to. And then
Somebody put you on.
Then I seen the petty from him, and I was like, I have a newfound respect for you, little guy. I do. Like, he took it to a whole nother level. The little song that he made, it was, girl.
Y'all just
Then he had on a whole shirt with 50 Cent's mama on it. A whole t-shirt.
he better be careful. That's really a cruel thing to do. That is very, very cruel. And I'm not
Oh,
saying
he talked about his mama.
I mean, be careful. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not because I didn't hear all the music, and so all I know is like he dropped the whole album, like, and a comeback, and it's supposedly pretty good.
50, or are you talking about
Ti?
Oh yeah, he did that,
Right?
girl.
And the whole family's kind of waiting. But I'm like, if and we'll get back to Jill Zarin, but if this man could spend 10 years just waiting for the right moment, or a whole year waiting for the right moment with this person, or just because he's not getting it now, he will. So while Ti is probably gonna get some streams and get some revenue off of all this,
and King
50 Cent is gonna get his lick back. Just wait. I mean, I can't imagine how fucking nice it must feel to have that much money and be that petty at the same time. But like petty, like petty. Like not letting that, like, I know how to let stuff go where it's warranted. That man don't let shit go. He does not let shit go, which is like kind of scary a little bit. Like, don't get on that man's bad side.
I feel like I have this new love
for funny petty.
Girl, I have this new love for their whole family.
Oh, for T.I.
Yes, it's like this newfound love. Like, yo, when they say "fuck with one of us,"
they all got in,
and we all coming for you. That's that. Listen, I want a man like that. Do you see how quick T.I. said, "Hold on, wait, you talking about my? You talking about my wife? You talking about? You talking about my? You talking about me?" And it was on after that. Like, everybody kind of like jumped in, even to the point where Beyonce sister, not sister, mother, even jumped out there and was like, hold up.
He was jumping in I don't see Beyonce's mom catching. Maybe she caught a stray.
You think that's what happened?
Oh my God, her mom don't get into beef like that. She don't even get into beef like that. I don't see her mom.
But she showed such love, and I think that's where she got involved in it, because she commented, and
I think she posted a picture. She posted a picture of Tiny and something. Hold on.
I think he made a mistake. I feel like I know.
He posted a picture of her.
I feel like 50 might have really went up the wrong tree. I feel like that. You don't feel that way?
No.
I do. I feel like, man, and everybody is like on the sidelines like this.
Nah, I think they have underestimated his get back. If they did not learn anything from Diddy, Ja Rule, even Jim Jones, what he did to him, this happened, locked him out of his own podcast studio. That man will wait, and when you least expect it, he's going to come. You can see it. Think about, if you just with those few scenarios, they've underestimated who they might be getting a lick back now. But let's see how this looks in 10 years or 5 or 1. Dead ass. But at least we know Bad Bunny he doesn't get on the the petty game. He's like, I'm out here living my best life off the high of performing at this Super Bowl and winning all these Grammys. Like, fuck Jill Zarin, and now she got fired.
I realized that that he has been, in my personal opinion, I think he's for the most part, he's been a little bit quiet about what the hell everybody else got to say about it.
What can he say?
I haven't heard nothing. I feel like some people would. I respect the fact that he's like, I came to do what I did, and I did that, and I really don't care what y'all got to say about it. So much so that I'm gonna let y'all talk, and I'm gonna be quiet. I think that's the best kind of petty, right? Is I feel like some people have waited or said things, maybe even with expecting a reply, maybe.
Like trying to pull
Right?
him down.
Yeah, like let's see if we can get a rise out of him, just for the lack of a better term, right? But I feel like I feel like for the most part, I feel like he was very well supported. And he was very well received from the right people. I feel like the people that really had such to say meh, those people, I feel like look at who it is.
Like your claim to fame is a reality TV show. It's not like real. It's not like real artistry.
Facts.
Just
so that's why you don't know. That's why you don't know no better, because you don't know what it's like to really get it from the bottom up. You don't know what it's like to have a real sense of, like you just said, artistic artistry. That's what the word I'm looking for. Like, so I understand, because all you know how to do is God help me. Tight face.
Know how to be a tight face, tight ass, tight wad,
tight. Yeah, those things. You paid somebody to do that to you? Sorry.
Apparently. She's not an ugly woman. She's not an ugly woman.
She's not.
I just call them Botox bitches because they be so hungry that they just be mad. Maybe that they're just so angry with life that they just can't be happy.
If you don't go eat your motherfucking meal,
go get a Snickers.
Go ahead.
Go get a buffalo wing.
I don't understand.
I call them
like, what you angry about?
The Botox bitches. I mean, what are they angry about? You got money, you have notoriety, people know who you are. What are you angry about in life that you feel like you have to tear someone else down? I feel like she would need to tear someone else down because she has had no accomplishments as big as this. So I think people feel like they're on the hater train, or they're a little bit jealous because he's worked so hard and has accomplished so much. I don't know if this is the pinnacle of his career. I don't think so. But where do you go from here? I don't know. But where do you go from here when you've reached such a high platitude? And when you, ma'am, there's no way you will ever get to this point. So the best thing you can come up with is like, oh, the performance because he didn't English. Oh, he was grabbing his crotch. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
And independently, and in another language. Period.
Like, why should he have to cater to you? Because you what? Because is that what you expect?
Girl, that's what probably that's what they're used to. Like you said earlier, like when we first started talking about it, you was like, it's a little different for people that have money than it is for the average person. Yeah. So I could see her having money, having a status, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like people know who you are. Um Sometimes people are given a platform and they don't know what to do with it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And she does not know what to do with her platform. But Bad Bunny absolutely knows what to do with the platform that he has risen to, that he has created for himself.
Yeah. And
He
like,
he had opportunities to for people that wanted to sign, but he remained independent. He rem- and he knows what to do with his platform. He knows what to do with his voice. I respect it and I love it. And people like her that never maybe had to work for it. Like I'm still confused. Um Sometimes I be confused and I don't know, don't you might judge me on this one, but it is what it is. Sometimes I be confused about uh a lot of these how you say real housewives, because some of them ain't even some of them ain't even wives.
they be girlfriends,
They be girlfriends, they be side
ex-wives,
girl
mostly ex-wives.
ex-wives. um that one she was a side piece for a while. What was that Kim lady? Allegedly.
Oh, Kim Zolciak. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like a side piece, right?
Yeah.
For whoever it was. And so
Big Papa. How do I remember that?
girl,
Big Papa.
but my thing is it's like you got here. Now, not all of them, like, and the reason why I say not all of them is because I think about people that had a level of success before that,
Candy.
like Candy.
Candy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a level of success before. We knew who Candy was before she ever got on Housewives, and there are a few that we knew before.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, some of them you
We
wouldn't know
knew
them.
amongst the Black community, mostly, right? And then getting on a show like that helps elevate them for other communities. But I think you really did kind of hit the target with him knowing what to do with his community, because for all the wealth that these women have amassed, I'm sure they donate to charities and stuff like that, but whatever. But what are they really doing with their voices? Nothing. And it's in the music. It's in how he chose to do his performances only in Puerto Rico, not bringing it stateside or mainland side. I can't imagine how much money he helped generate for Puerto Rico, who's struggling in terms of tourism. How much money did he help generate? Like, you've got rich people like those Jake Paul brothers. They all live. Oh, who one of them had something to say about it? Who incidentally lives on Puerto Rico, so they don't have to pay fucking state taxes, so they can save money on taxes. But you can live on Puerto Rico and basically, in Puerto Rico, all of the beaches are public. But build a house there so people can access a public beach because you have a house there. You think that you should be the only person to access it. Like that man really used it to help Puerto Rico. What are you doing, Miss Jill? What communities are you trying to help? You're not, because you just live in this circle of wealth and rich people that you feel like you are so used to people catering to you that you can't see beyond that. Like, this world is a lot bigger than fucking Manhattan, that little island of Manhattan that you choose to live on. People in the real world live a whole lot different, and they do more with less than you probably ever could. So I almost feel like, I don't know, she should have just kept her fucking mouth shut.
She should have kept her mouth shut.
Or she should have
I
watched
agree.
she should have watched that other one. Watch the alternative show.
Correct. She could have absolutely kept her mouth shut. Like I said, I feel like she did not realize that she was going to really have to suffer consequences. I really feel like she felt very comfortable and safe and being able to say whatever for whatever reason. And I feel like that's just kind of like the times that we in. People are very comfortable.
Yeah. And
And
girl, do
very
you know who DJ Vlad is?
actually he has a podcast.
Hmm.
He has a lot of famous people in the music industry on
Hmm.
his podcast.
Hip
As a
hop
matter of fact, I've
rappers.
watched rappers.
Yep.
I've actually watched some of his show, but there was something that happened. The reason why I stopped watching him, and I can't remember what it was exactly, but there's a reason why I stopped watching or tuning in. Because I think it was because he felt very big too, but I don't
He
know.
did. He felt big enough to say something similar about him not. I didn't understand it. I don't think it was good. Yada yada yada. But I'm like, sir, you are a white Jewish man who has earned your fame and your money off the black fucking
For black
community.
people,
Shut the fuck up. And who are you? Go back to the 80s. It's kind of what I was thinking. I think I might have said something to that effect. Like, just go back to the 80s. Go back to that time and that era. Like, who are you? Nobody really. Who are you to say that that's not okay? Bad Bunny did just fine without your opinion. In fact, nobody, like, I wouldn't even watch any more of his stuff behind that one. I'm like, dude, you made your fame and your money off of black people. Shut up.
but a lot of the wealthy made their money and they living off of the uh skills
Hmm.
of people of color, whether that is black or brown.
Yeah.
They may, they so it's not anything new. It's not anything that we're not very well aware of, but that's when we, as a part of the black and brown community, have to be like, well, since this is how you feel, we know we can no longer support you. And it has worked in the past. It has, but and I don't think her backtracking is going to fix it. And I'm hoping that trying to backtrack or try to still stay in the good graces of the community. I will hope that it does not work for them. I will hope that this will be the last time we'll hear about her.
I mean,
Um,
probably
on
then she'll
any,
make a comeback.
you think she'll make a
They
probably,
always do.
and let's see how that works. I think we have to remind the community and remind people sometimes of what we're. I'm not saying that people are not worth forgiving. I would never say that. I think I've said things. I think we have all said things that we kind of thought about later and be like, ah, yeah, that could be the wrong. That could have came across the wrong way, or I could have handled that better. Yeah, I think we all have. However, um, I don't have a platform of that magnitude.
Same. Same.
So my rant and my rave will be slightly different. Not only slightly different, but I have a different point of view when it comes to certain things. So you ain't never got to worry about me getting on there saying how um and I had to really 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 think about it for a minute. Like as we were talking, I had to think about it. And I had to ask myself, well, Janine, are you being biased? Are you not seeing it the way they're seeing it because you are, you know, multicultural?
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I did have to take a look at myself and be like, did I feel some type of way about it being completely Spanish? Uh Maybe not because I had watched his Amazon one.
Oh yeah.
And then the other thing is because at first, when I realized it was just in Spanish, it made me change how I was looking at it also. Because sometimes I'll be a little hard on myself because I really don't speak Spanish. I can kind of make out what you're saying and understand some of what you're saying, but I really am not good at verbalizing it that good. And so it made me pay more vivid attention so I could catch on to different words as he was going along, and I could put the visual alongside and try to make out, you know what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
maybe it was a little different for me. So I really did have to kind of check myself, like, girl, you might not feel the way they feel because you're multicultural, right? So maybe that's your reasoning for feeling like you don't know what the fuck the problem is. You know? So I did have to do that self check. But then I was like, no, I don't think that's it. I think this is people was not really open to it being different from what they're used to. Sometimes people don't know how to they're not used to it. They feel they're not really good with change,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the other thing is I really feel like they was not really really actual watching it. They was too busy trying to listen and feel some type of way about the fact that it was not in a language that they was used to. Um, and I think that might have played a part in it. But I did have to check myself. I'm not gonna lie. I had to take a step back and be like, yeah, you might feel that way. You might have a bias. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a biased take on it. And you
Yeah.
know,
And it's what's weird about these United States or ununited, whatever, how you want to say it, is that we're the only country that does not have more emphasis on languages other than English. Because people who live elsewhere, like in Europe and stuff like that, and come from other countries, they know like three, four different languages. We're the only, not we, because I wish I knew more, but like we're the only country who puts so much emphasis on just speaking English. When you look at like Trevor Noah, he knows four, maybe five different languages: English, German, Afrikaans. He knows. There's one more, but I can't put a name to it because it's what his grandma and mom would speak. Like he knows, and French, I believe. I could be wrong. Four or five different languages, and we're the only country like, oh, you only need to speak English. Like it's very close-minded. It's so close-minded, but we are the only country that does that, which is weird to me because I'm like, it's such a melting pot. The people that live here came from everywhere. Even if you're white, your people came from somewhere. You came from Italy, France. You know, they're just not, English speakers. So to kind of ignore that is just kind of weird to me. But we're the only country that does it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we should be embracing more languages. But we
I,
don't. The basic consensus is she should have gotten fired. She fucking deserved it.
period.
And she shouldn't have said it. You should have just kept your mouth shut. Or watch the other alternative, which got way less views, but whatever, who's counting?
I feel like exactly what you said earlier though, that a lot of these other um regions of the world, they know other languages. They're not just focused on just which is an awesome skill. I wish that um I don't know. I sometimes I wish that I could catch on and verbally get it out my mouth, but I don't know what my hang up is. Like I can and it's crazy because I can usually make it out. I know what you're saying. I just don't know what the fuck to say back to you. Ain't that weird?
Mm-mm.
Is that not
No,
weird?
not at all. It's funny because one of the things that I say that I miss the most about New York of course, it's the pizza. But one of the,
Girl,
and I know
that.
it's changed a lot, but I miss the sound of like walking into a bodega and hearing certain voices, Spanish voices, or you go into the Dominican hair salon and all you hear is like that
Mhm.
is one of the biggest things that I actually miss about New York is, and you don't hear it. I don't hear it where I live now because it is what it is. But I really miss hearing those voices when I'm going throughout my day to day life. And it's not even like where we lived at the time was only Hispanic, because it wasn't, but it was people from the Caribbean. So whether if you were Hispanic or Trinidadian, Guyanese, it was people from the Caribbean. So there was a lot of people from that community. So you would hear, but I miss that sound. Like it's the most, I can't quite describe it, but it's a very pleasant sound to me. It makes me feel like, I can't describe it, but it just feels so good when I hear it. Like we went to this specialty shop for a battery for Deuce's remote control car, and the guy, like, he spoke English, but I could tell he was Spanish, and I was like, Then he just started speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like, okay, yeah, I got it. And then he was like, oh, wait, you understand? But it was so comfortable. Like I didn't even. It was just like, oh, I miss this. I miss this. But it's the outside of the food. That's one of the big things that I really missed about New York is hearing those voices on a regular basis. And sometimes it does make me sad. It really does make me sad. I'd be like, man, I miss that.
I will say that that is one of the things that I feel like our kids won't get.
Yeah.
I feel like being in New York, you did have that melting pot. You had that place where, you could try different type of foods, and it has gotten better overall, I think. In most places, not all, I can't say all, but in most cases I feel like a lot of those things have kind of branched off. You can go somewhere and get authentic Indian cuisine. You can go somewhere and get but it's still, it for whatever reason, it's just not
It's not
the same. It's
No.
just not. And so I do kind of hate that our kids won't have that, but then I also feel like they won't have some of the other negatives as well. Does that make sense? So with anything, with anything, it's pros and it's the cons, but I feel like that was the big benefit from starting off my childhood in a place like that, where you was not the culture shock was not being in a place like that was a culture shock for me. When we moved and migrated somewhere else, I was like,
Yeah.
y'all don't have this, y'all don't have that, and y'all don't, that was a culture shock. Versus being able to come from, I don't know if I want to say greatness, or just coming from a world
You can say it.
that is so, girl,
Go ahead and say it.
they're coming from a place that's so diverse.
And we don't mean the Jill Zarin's area of the world, because that wasn't our
Right.
world, obviously.
Like we was the hood, girl. The hood. We was, no, it really wasn't even the hood. It wasn't that bad. Agnes really did. Yeah, she did her thing. But yeah, I feel like being able to come from that, kind of helped me to not be as ignorant as some.
We are very blessed to have had this experience, because look how open we are when it comes to other cultures, like Caribbean culture. I love Caribbean culture, not just because mom was Puerto Rican. Like I love like people who come from Trinidad and the music and the food, the hero tea and the bust up shut. Like, I love that shit. But these people are so close minded that they don't see the beauty in all these other things that it's
Mhm.
really sad. It's really,
It
really
is.
sad. You're right.
It's their loss. It's their loss. 100% it's their loss, and they'll probably never get it. And it's because they are so close-minded that they probably won't get it. They probably don't even they probably you know what it kind of reminds me of? You know how I don't know if I'm free to say this. You can take it out if you want. I'll try to make it general, but you know when when you told me you didn't realize the difference until you realize the difference, like when you were kind of like your hormones, like I be telling
Mm.
you about my hormones,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't even realize it until you realize it. And hopefully, maybe one day they'll realize that they're out of whack. Maybe they won't, but it's their loss at the end of the day because all of these other cultures, whether y'all have the same beliefs or not, they are beautiful in their right. And being able to acknowledge that those differences are what makes them individuals, or what makes people who they are and beautiful. I feel like we are definitely more fortunate than most because we've been able to experience other things and know other things. And maybe that's why we looking at her real crazy right now. Like,
And maybe that's why she got fired. But just, I think my consensus is I'm not sorry. Good for her. I love that for her. But everyone out there,
I,
drop in the comments.
I love that for her, and I love that for all us onlookers
Hmm.
that had to endure that comment. Like,
Who wanted to hear what you had to say?
what? Well, since you
Botox,
volunteered that
Botox face,
information with your tight face, looking hungry and shit,
stretched. Hey, look at stretch.
girl, go eat you a sandwich. As a matter of fact, get one of them good sub sandwiches from those bodegas.
They look like this.
Baby, the good as hell. The real sandwiches. Even the bologna and cheeses used to be good as hell.
The turkey and
Girl.
cheese better than
Oh
Blimpies, Subways,
my God.
better than Jersey
Like,
Mike's, better
I'm
than
trying
Jimmy
to tell
John's.
you. Girl, the best.
I
Girl,
do.
don't it make you just want to pull up to a bodega real quick? It was like,
Yes.
there was this one like right there on the corner. So the church was on one corner and the bodega was on the other side of the corner. And we used to leave church, go there, and they had it all. They had the the subs, the little homemade subs. They had the Jamaican beef patties. They had the
There used to be stores now and that would have like a whole chicharron in a big heated lamp thing, like and that big piece of pork, and you could just like
girl.
y'all need to go experience the other side of Manhattan or the other side of New York, not just in that little bubble, this little rich, tight face bubble that you live in, because it's so beautiful beyond what you
And
can see. Um, and we love that for you, ma'am.
period. I do absolutely. And
um,
it made my day a little bit brighter that they addressed it the way they addressed it. I have respect and appreciation and admire the fact they was like, yeah, bye.
mhm. Yeah.
Um, and again, and I admit it, I was a little surprised, just a little. I was a little surprised. But then when I think about some of the other Real Housewives and people that got dismissed, I'm like, oh yeah, that I guess you're right. It do kind of make, yeah, But initially, I was surprised. I was like, man, they did something about that.
Yeah, and
All
just
right.
I think people need to remember that this Constitution, which is still in place, does allow us free from persecution from the government to speak, not from jobs. Okay? Let's be
Just
clear. It is
saying.
it's not free from, you can say and have this freedom of speech, but you're not, that doesn't negate the fact that there may be consequences for something that you might say that doesn't align with your employers, which is, it's fair. But you
fair.
guys, go ahead, drop in the comments what you think. Do you think that her firing was justified? I think, hey, I don't mind it. Was it justified? Was it not justified? Should she have kept her mouth shut? Just throw in the comments. We'd love to hear what your opinions are, because obviously we're here for it.
Do you think we feel this way about freedom of speech because she was expressing something that we didn't agree with? Like, will we have the same energy for people of ethnicity if they were to say some rant that was very ugly? Would we still have that same exact energy if someone was to get on there and let's say something about Caucasian people or Jewish people or anything else? Will we still have the same type of good for you that we have for her? Because I want to say I would, but then I also say that freedom of speech thing, are we wrong? If we want it to be, if we want it to be freedom of speech, if we want to be able to say what we want to say, shouldn't we be able to, whether someone agrees with it or not?
Sure, but you cannot, sure, you can say whatever the hell you want, but it's not free of consequences. Consequences from employers, people in your circle, friends. You can say whatever you want, but you run the risk of losing people. Now you're saying if the roles were reversed, basically, would we be so? Yeah, I don't think it's like, DJ Vlad is not a good example, but I do not believe, as a woman of color who is from both, if you want to look at it from the both sides, I consider myself a Black woman, whatever, but I feel I have this, anyway, I'm not okay with it, because as a person of color, I don't care who you are, you shouldn't be so close-minded, because honey, there's been a lot of odds stacked against you. So,
okay.
And a lot of people could say, like, okay, so let's say, for example, if I said, as a Black woman, saying, well, he should have been only spoken in English, I would reserve the same fucking judgment for her that I have for her, for myself, if I said something like that. I'm trying to think. The thing is, like, I'm trying to think if, like, Black people have ever said anything about white people, and I'm trying to think of those scenarios, but I can't think of one. That was kind of disparaging. That's why I'm trying to think of something in my brain where the roles could be reversed. Have we just edited ourselves as people of the Black community to not say anything about? I don't know. So this is a bigger question. I'm trying to think, and I'm just not thinking of a scenario.
So you feel like we really edit ourselves? I feel like
we do edit ourselves.
I feel like we really do. Yeah, I feel like we really, really do.
Like, even when we record,
we realize, I'm gonna tell you,
doesn't make the final cut.
Yeah,
because we don't want to.
Yeah. I agree, but you want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because our consequences are always going to be different from anybody else's consequences, and that's how it has always been. So I think that's why we have always governed and censored ourselves and watched um how much truth we'll present, because our truth, although very valid, they're always going to be perceived a lot worse, and our consequences are always going to be different, in my personal opinion. um I
Yeah.
think and I think it's in our nature, and I could be very wrong, but I feel like it's in our nature to um what's the word I'm looking for? I think we have dealt with the differential treatment so long that we just know. And I don't want to say like know better, but we know wiser. We know.
And the hate that comes from this is a really good example because, like, for her, she lost her job, but it's not that big of a, I don't want to say it's not big of a deal because she comes from wealth. This is not going to break her bank. But look at Colin Kaepernick. His career got torpedoed. So we've kind of learned, and now we're not famous people, but we do edit ourselves because we have to. But if you look at Colin Kaepernick, his career, he will never work in football because he picked up this thing or this cause on the field. So his repercussions for saying that was for social justice from stemming from like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor getting murdered. He picked up this cause and he will never work in the NFL again. Just by bending a fucking knee in social justice. So he lost, and you look at her, she will not have that same consequence. Thank you, everyone who has joined us for our podcast. We really appreciate your support and getting that tea and talk about the tea and our little rabbit holes that sometimes we went down with 50 Cent. I mean, it's pretty
I'm
epic.
trying to tell you. I mean, it was down there, girl. It's a lot going on right there. I can't wait to talk about that. We need to talk about that one in a live, ain't it? But anyway, that's not the point. The point is exactly what you said. We appreciate and thank everyone for tuning in to our most humble podcast. We cannot grow without each and every one of you. And time is something that you can't get back, and we're grateful that you spent some time with us here today. And if you want to spend more time with us, go catch up on some of our episodes, season 1, 2, and 3. But only season 3 and some of season 2 is on YouTube. Am I saying that right? Okay, I want to say it right. And then if you would like to be a guest, be our guest. Remember that what was that movie? Girl, Beauty and the Beast, where it was like, be our guest, be our guest. Girl, I was having a girl. If you would like to be a guest, girl, I'm sorry. If you would like to be a guest, go on right on over there and fill out the application over there on I'm looking for it, ousenow.com. I don't know why. What it is I keep wanting I keep wanting to say ousenowpodcast.com instead of just saying ousenow.com. I don't know why. I hasn't got any better at it. But anyway, Oust Now. Go ahead and fill out that application. If you would like to join us, if you have a topic, go ahead and let us know. Put it in the comments or send us an email at ouspodcast@gmail.com. Or reach to us on our social medias. We're here for it. We would like to know what you think, good or bad. We're here for it. Right?
Yes. I'm like, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.